What's going on, everybody? LK here, back at it again with another video, and today some more Dragon Ball FighterZ for real. And today I want to talk about how to call beam assist the right way. So I think it's pretty common knowledge that people know that they can displace their beam by doing a dash jump and calling a beam and having all of that control of the ground, but I want to go into some more specifics on how to use beam assists, and then later other types of assists. I see this question come up a lot in like the comment section and stuff, and it's something that I think is important enough that I should make some videos about it. So first, why are beams so important? I recently made the problem with Cell, and basically his biggest problem is that he can't establish himself full screen very easily without committing to higher committal moves like beams. And this is where your beam assist helps you out. So one way we can look at our assists are that we get two moves that our character doesn't normally have, that also our character is not actually doing. It's a side character that comes in, so it's a side character that gets hit. If they get hit for whatever reason, it's not you. So the main reason that beams are so popular then is that they're a really good non-committal way of getting full screen control. Cell is not actually the only character who has this kind of full screen problem. Other characters have this in one way or another.
That character's not, he's not a good character. He's not. He's fucking, he sucks.
And having a beam assist is an easy way of solving that problem. So in what other ways can we use beams outside of combos and just clearing the screen in general? So one, we can use it as a counter to things that our opponent is doing. So for example, we can use it to counter characters who have good key blasts. So Base Vegeta is a great example of this. People use this very liberally, and he also has a really good ground key blast as well. So we can try to sneak in the beam and use the beam to beat the key blast for us. A more popular character to do this against would definitely be Broly, where you can similarly use the beam to counter his key blast, and so you don't have to do something as risky as a super dash or try to force your way in with a special move. If you have an assist available, that's another way you can use to counter key blasts. When you use a beam, you also force your opponent to do something. You can't hit the beams with attacks normally, so at a glance, the main things you can do are either reflect or jump. So most people like miss a step here, so they're like, man, they're just jumping over my beams aren't doing anything. But when your opponent is in the air, even though they have a lot of movement options compared to other fighting games, they still aren't as mobile, nor do they have the same amount of options as they do on the ground. So if your opponent jumps your beam, you need to do something with them jumping in the air. You made them do something that put them in a little bit of disadvantage, so try to run up on them and do something. This one pretty much applies to all assists, but you can use the assist after frame advantage to get more frame advantage than normal. So a really common example would be a jump in. So here he's like around plus 13, plus 12, right? If we use a beam in combination with the jump in, now we have far more frame advantage. Now we're around like plus 42, plus 41. We can do a lot with this much frame advantage. You can apply this after other moves as well, not just jump ins. With good practice after overheads, you can get it to plus 30. So if you're aware of moves where you might be slightly plus, you can use your assist after, not just your beam assist, to get more frame advantage than normal. The last way would be to use in combination with a move to lock down an opponent. So the most common example of this would probably be super dash plus assist, which you can use with a lot of assists, but with a beam, you can get a little bit more creative. So for example, we have lovely Bardock forcing us into the beam using his air lariat. He has plenty of frame advantage here as well. Okay, the key blast plus beam here, all airtight. All he could do there is reflect after the initial key blast. And another one of Base Vegeta. So here we use the destructo disc to close the gap, forcing them into the beam, and then we run up. So definitely try to be creative with this last one. There's definitely a lot of ways you can use the frame advantage of the beam plus your moves or special moves to create unique situations for you. Okay, so hopefully that helped. I wanted some more specific examples of beam assist usage besides just dash jump, even though I know that's really strong and pretty easy to apply. I think all of these are pretty applicable pretty easily as well. They could definitely help your game in different ways. And I'm going to try to share ways on using other assists in the game as well. As usual, if you guys have any questions or comments, definitely feel free to leave them in the comment section below. Like and subscribe if you feel like it, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.